In this video, I'm going to demonstrate a few Thomas Lang examples, which I saw on an old Modern Drummer Festival DVD. So the thing that Thomas likes to do, or one of the things he likes to do, is play a foot ostinato and then overlay things with the hands. So in metronome 2, since that's on the bottom, I'm going to add a foot ostinato of an inverted paradiddle. So we'll start by changing the rhythm, and we'll enter 2 beats of 16th notes. And then I will assign an inverted paradiddle with the feet to this rhythm. So we tap on it, we choose change sounds, and at the moment K is set to the kick sound and H is set to a click sound. So I'm going to tap and hold the H sound and set that to be a hi-hat foot. So I'll search for hat, and then the F in the circle is the hi-hat foot sound. And we'll play an inverted paradiddle, so kick, hat, hat, kick, and then hat, kick, kick, hat. So we can hear this on its own. And we might want to accent the quarter note. So we'll tap on here, change accents, and we'll accent the first of every 4 notes. So that's the starting point. And then what Thomas demonstrated on this video was that he likes to play various stickings with the hands over this. So the first thing that he might do is play at the same rate as the feet. So we tap in here, choose change rhythm, clear all, and we'll add 2 beats of 16th notes up here as well. So example 1 might be single strokes played with the hands. So I'll tap and choose change sounds, and we'll play between the ride and the snare, just a single stroke roll. So that sounds like this. Now it sounds kind of quite cacophonous, so I'm going to slow the tempo down a little bit. So let's set this to be 100. And then we'll use the faders down here to change the volumes of the right hand and the left hand and the feet. So I'll bring the ride cymbal down and the snare down a little bit. So that's what it sounds like to play singles. Then you could go ahead and change this to play double strokes. So we'll have right, right, left, left. And what you could do while you're doing this is save these. So we could save this as TL for Thomas Lang doubles. And let's go ahead, go back to the singles. And we'll save this as TL singles. And then let's put in paradiddles. So change the sounds, clear, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. And we'll save as TL paradiddles. Okay, so these have all been saved in the presets library, and we can go ahead and load up the singles. And we can load the doubles. And let's say you wanted to create a little practice routine with this. What you can do from the presets library is click on the multi-select button, and we'll choose singles, doubles, paradiddles. And then from the actions button at the bottom, we'll add these presets to a playlist, and we'll call it TL Practice. So at the moment, these are all set to loop. So what I'm going to do is click on the pencil icon, select these 3, and then in the actions button, I'm going to set the reps to be 2. So we'll have 2 repeats of each. And then in the playlist controls, auto advance is turned off. So I'll tap on here, turn on auto advance, turn on play when advancing, which means it will automatically play when it moves to the next item in the list. And I'll turn on playlist looping, which means it will jump back to the top of the list. So now we have a little practice exercise. And you'll note that these are all set with individual tempos. So if I change the tempo of the singles here to 120, that tempo changes, but these don't. So to save you having to adjust all the tempos individually, you can tap on this lock icon and the tempo here will be used for all of the items. And another cool thing you can do is set the tempo to increase every time it loops. So in playlist controls, tap on here, and then we can choose tempo change, increase by 10 BPM, and you can set tempo boundaries so that it would play between, say, 100 BPM and 150 BPM, and then it would go back down. There's a lot of cool things you can do, but just to demonstrate this tempo change, watch the tempo increase. Okay, so this is going to loop forever, and so this playlist time row, it shows you that the first loop of this takes 6 seconds, but is going to loop forever. Now, if we choose boundaries in here, so we turn on tempo boundaries and we choose to practice between 100 BPM and say 150 BPM. So then we can select the action that happens when we reach a boundary. So we will choose to stop when it reaches that boundary. And now you can see that if we're at 120 BPM to start with, this is going to take 20 seconds to play the whole routine. So this is useful. For example, if we set this to 100, see, it will take 33 seconds to play this routine. If we were to go ahead and set the reps to be 4 reps, you can see it's 1 minute, 9 seconds. So this is kind of useful if you're creating a practice routine that works at different tempos and you want an idea of how the whole thing is going to take. And of course, when this is playing, you can view it on the main page. So we can go back here. You'll notice this bar at the bottom gives you an idea of when the preset's going to advance. So you get the idea. That's how you can apply this Thomas Lang practice routine in PolyNome.